Ted Cruz is a freshman senator from Texas, and he thinks, well, I got a lot of popularity within the Republican Party. I represent the Tea Party, etc. And as we told you on the show yesterday, he's so full of himself. He's got this giant ego. He thinks he's smarter than everybody in the room. In fact, recently he was making fun of the other Republican senators, saying that they're squishes and that he made them bend to his will on the gun legislation and they didn't want to act on principle, but he made them act on principle. So it is now unsurprising to find out that Ted Cruz believes that he might be able to run for president in the next election. Now, look, to be fair, President Obama was a freshman senator as well when he decided to run, so Ted Cruz probably thinks this has got my name written all over it. In fact, on May 3rd, he's going to go speak at the South Carolina Republican Party's Silver Elephant Dinner, which sounds a lot of fun. So obviously South Carolina, a very important primary state, apparently going in that direction. And his spokespeople say, quote, Ted won't be opening an Iowa office anytime soon, but he's listening. I love when the politicians do the listening tours / propaganda where they speak to you and they don't actually listen. Anyway, this is an associate of Cruz, to be fair, not an actual official spokesperson. They say this is all in the early stages. Nothing is official. It's just building on its own. That's another thing that I love. Oh, I didn't want to run for president, but look at all this momentum building on its own. Really, Ted? Where's that momentum? Okay. No, oh, God. Oh, they twisted my arm. I had to run because of all this momentum. I went on a listening tour and they told me to run. Oh, God, politicians are so fake. It's unbelievable. Now, his official spokesperson says, oh, no, this is just wild speculation. Don't be crazy. Look, but we already know if you're going to South Carolina, you're considered running. If you go to Iowa, New Hampshire, or South Carolina, and you're not from those states, it's because you're considering running for president. Keep it real. That's how politics works. So now he's got other opponents, of course. Rick Santorum probably rerun and re-get his ass kicked. Rand Paul has a chance of running. He's very close to Ted Cruz in ideology, but more libertarian. And then, you know, some of the other leading candidates have had trouble. Bobby Jindal, you know, the guy always talking about, oh, Republicans need new ideas and we need to present it in new ways. His new idea was tax cuts for the rich and for corporations in Louisiana. And how is he going to pay for it? By taking it out of the poor and the middle class by increasing the sales tax. Of course, that's the oldest idea in the book for the Republicans. And guess what happened? He backed away from that proposal, and now he's less popular. Why? Because most of the people in Louisiana pay sales tax, and they don't pay corporate tax, and they're not in the top 1%. So like, what the hell was that? So now he's in trouble. Bob McDonnell has corruption inquiry into him by the FBI. He's the governor of Virginia. He's in trouble. So Ted Cruz thinks, I jump in it. Hey, South Carolina, how you doing? It's just a wild coincidence that I'm here. Oh, look at that. I listened to you, and it turns out you want me to run. But there's one awesome extra twist in the story. Turns out Ted Cruz, not born in the United States of America. But he's thinking of running for president anyway. Wait, you guys are the ones that lost it about President Obama. Oh, where's his birth certificate? Oh, was he really born in Hawaii or was he Kenya? And get a load of this. Ted Cruz, his dad wasn't even born here. He was born in Cuba. Ted Cruz was born in Canada. His dad was born in Cuba, but his mother was a citizen at the time of his birth. But no one disagrees that President Obama's mom was a citizen. Even if you're insane and thought he was born in Kenya and they faked all the papers, etc., his mom was definitely a U.S. citizen. Oh, no, but he's a Democrat and he's black. Ted Cruz is one of our guys. I mean, come on. And his aunt, I think, was a citizen at some point. Good enough. He can run for president. Cruz claims, no, it's okay. I am, quote, a citizen by birth. What does that mean? The Constitution says you must be a natural-born citizen. Hey, listen, I wasn't born in this country. You want to open it up, Ted? Let's have fun. Right? I'm not going to fight you. Okay? But this idea that President Obama is not legitimate when he was born in the country and that Cruz can run for president when he wasn't, I believe they call that hypocrisy. And by the way, these are Republicans. You know that John McCain wasn't born in the country either? He was born in Panama. Oh, but that was a military base and there's an exception. And Cruz was in Canada. But on the other hand, his mom was a citizen, I think. And all these, Mitt Romney, well, he was born here. I mean, his family's from Mexico originally because they ran away to be polygamous. But I mean, it's them. They're the ones who you need to ask for a birth certificate. And of course, as always, they do projection and they say, oh, Obama, he's the foreigner. If the Republicans do not raise any objection to Ted Cruz running for president when he wasn't born in the country, I mean, that hypocrisy would even shatter their own records. But, as I said, since I wasn't born here, have at it, Ted. I'd love to have you set that precedent. Not win, but if the Republicans say Ted Cruz can run, that's it. If you weren't born here and you're a U.S. citizen, well then, it is what it is. Right? Right? All right, now on YouTube, you can start running the Cenk for President thing.